Hello guys, welcome to getsetsalesforce.in. I am starting a new YouTube channel to learn Lightning Salesforce. Let us understand what Salesforce is, then we'll see what are the prerequisites to learn Lightning, and then we will see introduction to Lightning. So what Salesforce is? So Salesforce is cloud-based CRM, which is very much in demand nowadays. Every client, whether it is a big or small, is rushing towards Salesforce. Nowadays, everyone is moving towards tools and frameworks, and Salesforce provide online product which is based on cloud. Once client purchases license, they can start using then and there. So it is kind of plug and play. If you're watching this video, then I believe you know what Salesforce is. So if you do not know about Salesforce, so I would recommend go back to YouTube and search other Salesforce tutorials for knowing the basics of Salesforce. In this video, I won't be drilling down to the introduction. Quickly, let us understand what prerequisites do we need to start Lightning. In order to start Lightning, one should have a good command over JavaScript and Apex controller. Till now in Salesforce we used to create Visualforce pages which follows MVC structure wherein M is model, V is view and C is controller. But in Lightning we won't be using MVC framework, rather than I can call it MVCC, wherein M is model, V is view, but two C's are here, two controllers. One is JavaScript controller, another one is Apex controller. So JavaScript controller is client side controller and Apex controller is server side controller. Before you start with Lightning, it is highly recommended to have a good hold on JavaScript and Apex programming. Now coming to introduction to Lightning. So what is Lightning? Lightning is collection of tools and technologies behind a significant upgrade to the Salesforce platform. It includes experience, Lightning component framework, visual binding tools, Lightning Exchange, and Lightning design system. So altogether, it provides a way better experience to the users. I would like to take up some FAQs. So first of all, is it an MVC framework? Answer is no. It is component based framework. Which parts of Lightning components are server side and which are client side? The answer is Lightning component uses JavaScript on the client side and Apex on the server side. Let us understand difference between Visualforce and Lightning components. As we know, Visualforce also has components. So how it is different from Lightning components? Visualforce components are page centric and most of the work is done on the server, but Lightning is designed from the component up rather than having the concept of a page as its fundamental unit. Lightning components are client centric, which makes them more dynamic and mobile friendly. Next question arises is what happens to the existing VF pages? So they will continue to be supported in the current UI and the Lightning experience. They are not going to be replaced by Visual Force pages. Sorry, VF pages are not going to be replaced by Lightning components. So both will be supported by Salesforce. Next question is, what is Aura and why do we see Aura namespace in the code? Answer is, Aura is open source technology that powers Lightning components. The Aura namespace contains all of the basic building blocks for defining components and applications for Lightning. One of the major benefits what Lightning provides is responsive UI. So you can use the Lightning components to display on your mobile as well as on your desktop. Talking about deployment of the components to production, or so they follow the same set of procedures which you have been following for other components like managed packages, force.com ID, force.com migration tool, or change sets. If you are thinking about integrating Lightning components with another framework such as Angular, so you can include the working third-party code inside a VF page, embed the Visual Force inside a Lightning component. This Lightning component can be used as any other Lightning component in various environments. The use of third-party framework directly inside Lightning component is not supported by Salesforce. Talking about styling, so Salesforce provide Salesforce Lightning Design System, which is a part of Lightning component supported by Lightning components. One can use these CSS stylings for beautifying their Lightning components and give a better view to users. Let us understand Lightning app-centric model, which is MVCC. So we'll having client and server here. So first of all, you can see number 1 says browser request components, and number 2 says server returns component bundle. So first of all, a component is requested by the browser and it will be returned by the server. Once component has been received, browser builds UI with JavaScript. Now if browser wants to request the data, it will send a request to the server. Server execute Apex and returns data to the client. So server only returns the data. All the data processing and the logic part will be written on the client side controller, not the server one. If you need to change the data, you need to go back to the step 4, which says browser requests data and then server executes Apex again and returns data to the client. And if you want to have a different view, then we should go back to the step 3, wherein browser builds UI with JavaScript. So there are two controllers, one is client controller and one is server controller. The UI interacts with client controller and client controller in turn interacts with server controller. Server controller only returns data, and the processing of the data, filtering of the data will be done at the client level. So this is it for now. We'll be seeing these models again in greater detail. Thank you for watching this video. We'll be releasing the next video soon. Your feedback and comments are welcome. Please put in your comments in the comment box. Thank you very much.